Hi, I'm Pernigo. This is the Antioch Chronicles, created by Auspex Termalis in 1999. Here we are, we're moving into Mission 8, The Darkest Thunderhead. The Protoss fleet moves into the very heart of the Zerg whirlwind. Very exciting. Maybe not, though.
Executor, our vindication is at hand. The Zerg Air Force has been scattered, their swarms broken. Now is the time to take final action. We move against the very heart of the Zerg infestation, the central hive cluster which guards the source of their psionic field, the cocoon itself.
Cocoon.
We are rallying our troops even now as the rest of the fleet arrives. We will need every last warrior and scout that Antioch can spare for this foray, since the Zerg field will render our forces weaker than they have ever been. You speak the truth, Judicator, but alas, I can no longer aid you, since I am growing weaker by the very minute while in the presence of this corrosive force. I fear I will be of little help to you. There is no cause for distress. You have already served the Conclave more than amply. Return to Japok, Brave One, and safeguard the teachings of Adun for generations to follow. You will be of greater use there. So be it, Judicator. May the Kala guide you all to swift victory. Our path is clear, Executor. We only need...
Judicator, you're receiving an incoming transmission.
This is Commander Charlie Mox to Protoss Forces. I repeat, this is Commander Charlie Mox to the Protoss Forces. Do you read?
We hear you, human, as well as the urgency in your voice.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, that's not the only thing you're gonna hear unless you keep an eye open. I finally figured out what that psi emitter was doing in the old Morian based on Jaw. Combine was breeding its own telepaths to wage a stalking war to the Terran Dominion. But that's not the bad part. Bad part is that they were luring the Zerg to that installation to round them up for a strike on Korham. Apparently, they weren't too pleased with the demands of the old Confederacy for financial reasons. When we brought the emitter topside, it was no wonder the Zerg swarmed us.
Curious. I wonder if this Combine has detected the psionic field that the Zerg have been projecting on Aya.
Sorry to burst your bubble, mate, but the Combine created that field. They knew that if they tried to use the Zerg against Arcturus' forces, your boys would destroy all parties involved like you nuked Chow Sara back when this whole war mess started. All the Combine had to do to distract you was just drop an emitter in the middle of the hives left on your planet and let the Zerg do the rest.
Then it would seem we still have much work ahead of us once Antioch is freed from the Zerg.
Maybe, but you might be interested to know that a Kilmorian detachment is on its way to the heart of the Zerg just right now. I guess they didn't take a shine to having their emitter stolen. Well, anyway, that's the thick and thin of it.
Our thanks to you, Commander. We realize you have taken a great risk in providing us with this information.
No worries. Hell, it's not like I'm working for them anymore. Anyway, good luck. Moss out.
Executor, we await your orders.
I can't get over how goofy the way that they just suddenly thrust the Kelmorian Conclave. Fuck, holy shit. The Kelmorian Combine. It's just combining like 3 different different fucking groups. So, you see in the objective screen, destroy the Kelmorian forces. Like, the first thing you see, besides the title, you know? Why do they do that? It's just obviously taken out of Blizzard's book, but it completely spoils, like, the major twist of the briefing, which was not predicated at any point in the story. So there's no way you could have known, or I guess you could have surmised that based on the fact that we were going into a Morian facility, I guess. But anyways, the point is, that really is this. This is just dumb. Why? Don't put this here. Just tell us what the objectives are when they show up on screen. Or tell us the objectives at the end, after the mission objectives have already been recanted. Then we can at least know, like, oh, we've absorbed all the information, and now we have our objectives. Or our objectives update as the information comes in. You know, I've seen some campaigns do both of those things, and I think it's way better than doing this. Both options are better than doing that. All right, anyways. Whatever. We can move on from there. Now we've got fucking Charlie Mox saying, hey, good luck. The Kelmorians are just XD-ing your entire planet. And I don't know, just the idea that that happens is so absurd to me. Like, just out of nowhere. Okay. Well, here we are.
We gotta move. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Fire!
Amazing.
Too easy.
Oh, g'day, mate. Just thought me and the boys would lend you a hand.
Here to, how shall we say, fry some Zerg, are you?
Well, now that the hour is upon us...
I see your point.
Oh.
Welcome to the fray, Commander.
Oh, they tried. Unfortunately, they failed. We just have random units that start out with no health or anything. Alright, so here's what we're going to get up right out of the way at the beginning. I do not give a shit about the Protoss. They are fucking weak as hell. Look at this. Look at this shit. 40 HP Zealots. These guys will lose 1v1 to goddamn Zerglings or something. It's absurd. So what we really need to do is gun heavily for the Terran side of things and take care of it that way. We got a lot of ghosts. I guess there's going to be some shit down here, so we can go ahead and throw some bunkers down. I actually have not played this mission previously, but I was warned by a certain dog that this was an absolute disaster. So let's keep our heroes hotkeyed and far away. We have all these carriers with the interceptors that look like they were just look so awful and remastered for some reason. We're just going to be using the Protoss to mine away resources. And I think there's some expansions in the upper areas of this mission. Let's just go ahead and slap some ghosts in some of these areas. We can put Mox in there and Gurney as well. Now we're already supply blocked for the Terran, so we'll go ahead and set up some depots. And well, we can't get anything for now. But yeah, really at this point it's just all about defending on the Protoss end and aggressing on the Terran end, because the Terrans are not attacked. Also, the narrative in this case doesn't make any fucking sense with regards to the Terrans, right? Because it's just straight up, like, nonsensical. I don't get it at all. You know, you have... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, we can't build an armory? It must be because Goliaths were disabled? But that's so dumb! Why can't we upgrade our... Oh, well, we already start off with all the upgrades. What the fuck? Alright, well, I'll have to go ahead and fix the armory requirement. But what a disaster, what I say, man. So we'll go ahead and just grab another engineering bay. And then obviously we need a starport. And I guess we can go ahead and repair this guy. More SCVs is definitely necessary. We'll just keep producing supply depots down here, mostly just to... Oh yeah, I never moved these guys back. But yeah, mostly to keep the enemy melee combatants, the Zerglings and such, in check. Look at how... Look, this is so ridiculous. Get him out of here. Alright, I don't even know what we want to get. I guess we'll just go ahead and start stocking up on some basic upgrades for the Protoss, because presumably they are going to be important to... Okay, hold on. We're actually going to swap this out here and fully saturate the gas immediately, because presumably we are going to need some serious stuff. Starport's almost done. We'll go ahead and grab our science facility here. And then I'm pretty sure there... Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure there are some expansions in various areas. And we just need one more Marine. Finish stocking up these bunkers. Yeah, I think it's just going to be like tanks mostly. Maybe some science facilities or science vessels or whatever. What is our mission objective? We have to destroy the Kalmorian forces and hold the Zerg at bay. Amazing. So, we'll go ahead and... I don't know why we can't build Wraiths. There's just, for some reason, they're not allowed. You're only allowed utility for some reason. I couldn't tell you why. This is almost done. Then we can get some upgrades for our infantry, which are only 1-1 currently. Okay. And we can get a covert ops for ghosts, but we can't build battlecruisers even though we start out with them? I don't understand that. Let's go ahead and grab an academy. We'll go ahead and grab a science vessel as well, since we can. Yeah, I think some of this tech is just designed... It's like disabled to design you to want to use the Protoss, but realistically speaking, they are really, really weak. Like, our Terran units will probably have more survivability than them. And that's saying some pretty embarrassing things about the Protoss. So, let's keep that in mind. I guess we can start getting some other upgrades for the Protoss, but I don't know if I see the utility. I almost just see futility instead. I'll go ahead and set up some more upgrade structures. But yeah, at this rate, I think we'll just be messing about with the science vessel, which we'll use to scout. It already has all of its tech. I guess we can get lockdown, sure. We need the academy before we can train anything. Okay. And we already start off with all these upgrades, too. It seems a little weird that we start off with all this stuff without needing to do anything. I guess one thing that I will say at the opening of this video, Necron has designed a modified version of this mission and a lot of the other missions, including some of the maps that didn't even originally have AI scripts. I'm going to upload those to a separate directory that's called like it's going to be remaster compatible, just like this one. It'll also be compatible with the original 161 exe. So whatever you pick your poison, however you like to handle it. I'll patch the 161 exe to the latest version of Framework as well, for the purposes of keeping everything relatively consistent. But that's something that I think will hopefully be of use to a couple of different people who are interested in doing that. I guess we can go ahead and drop an expansion here, but I'm really looking for... I'm not looking for minerals as much as I'm looking for Vespine, so... Let's see if we can't find Karax's favorite resource, Vespine Shell, with a Vespine compression mesh. Anyways, yeah, Necron's made some... I guess it's like a very low scope... Well, maybe not so low scope. Like, remastered Antioch Chronicles or whatever. Somewhat of a gameplay overhaul in terms of the maps. I don't think he modified the terrain too much, but I know he spent some time on selecting AI that was in the game. He didn't actually do any AI script modding. All he did was use stock Blizzard scripts that were available to the Antioch Chronicles developers, mostly, when this campaign was being recorded, instead of what they used. And then mess around with some unit placements and stuff. That's how he explained it to me. So I'm not surprised that that's all he had to do to make the missions more enjoyable. Obviously, maybe there's... I think he actually has, after watching my video on the previous mission, he did wind up giving me or making some modifications to the 7th map that we just played in the previous mission. So that has been modified to be a little bit more difficult in some ways, but not in a way that's like overly shitty or anything, I don't think. So that's pretty cool. I'm just sort of scouting out the outline of the Kelmorian forces. Presumably we have to destroy these, and then I saw some Zerg. Obviously they've been attacking us. But yeah, presumably they will also be around. I'm apparently running away from this Goliath forever. It's probably going to kill me. He also starts out with 3/3 upgrades for some reason, so that's great. Now that we've removed some of these mineral fields, we can go ahead and plant out some more factories, and it looks like we are mostly going to be doing a lot of tanks. Tanks and, I guess, Marines, right? So we can go ahead and grab a barracks. That seems to be the way to go in this case. We can also augment our newly acquired mining base with some more resource harvesters. And this, I don't know if it has a gas geyser. It does not look like it does. This one does, though. So maybe we'll want to take that relatively soon. We can probably go ahead and unsiege here. And, come on, you can do it. Start massing up down here to absorb any attacks that come through. And then, yeah, like I said, tanks mostly. I guess we could get some vultures for some anti-infantry, but I don't know how necessary those will be. Okay, you guys go ahead and start mining. Oh, that's a pretty sizable attack, I suppose. We could be storming, but we're not. I'm glad that Storm fucks Goliaths right in their faces. That's pretty hilarious. Go ahead and get armor again. We'll go ahead and replace that photon cannon. Again, I'm not really... Maybe the Protoss are useful? It feels like they're pretty shitty in terms of, like, late-game attacks or whatever, so... we have a lot of money for cannons and shield batteries. We have a lot of minerals, that is to say. So I have no problem, no compunction against spamming those out. And then I guess we can get a couple of zealots as well. Okay. Go ahead and plant that there, and then we'll also get a barracks. Marines, tanks. Oh, this isn't done yet. And again, just massing out here. And then mostly using Marines, I think, will be good. Oh, I never wound up getting tier 3 weapons and armor for my infantry. That's going to be a bit of a problem. What are we looking at for these upgrades? Looks like we can get tier 3 weapons and armor pretty soon for our air units, but I'm not too concerned about Protoss. Again, I don't know how many times I've had to say that. I'll go ahead and order up another tank there. And yeah, this should be, we should be looking pretty good here pretty soon. We'll go ahead and save. This is Antioch 08. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and siege this, this middle section as best we can. Obviously not taking care to not aggro the red guys too much. I don't think it's going to be super necessary. This is a really weird layout for a mission here. Okay, go ahead and hook this stuff up here. Have the Marines out in the front. I don't know whether to expect a lockdown or not, so I'm going to go ahead and keep my Marines in the front for that purpose. And we're still getting some reinforcements. I like how we're getting more tanks more often than Marines, that's pretty funny to me. Go ahead and start harvesting minerals. You can go ahead and do that as well. Brown's attacking us with 3 Mutalisks, which is pretty scary. We'll move our tank line up. They didn't seem too concerned with defending themselves with a large number of units anyways. Okay, beautiful. We can always repair in between if we really feel it's necessary. Okay, this is pretty hilarious. Okay, now they're defending, sort of, but it's not going to be enough. Do they have tier 3 for their infantry? No, they do not. I don't know if they're capped at 1-1 or what the case is. The developers of the Antioch Chronicles got a lot of shit. Well, let's just say they didn't do things quite as effectively as they could have. And that is quite to their detriment. The AI bugs out pretty regularly and just hangs up in certain respects and will only defend. Which is why, I mean, it'll attack, I guess, sometimes, but it's not very common, and it's not very consistent either. Go ahead and send these guys over here. I have 3 extra tanks I can set up. We'll just move the tank line forward with these tanks that we're getting as reinforcements. Continue aggroing some units, and then have the tanks in the back line deal with any stragglers. Don't do that. I don't even know how you could have done that. That's pretty impressive. And then again, we're just going to head up here in this direction and start wailing on these guys. Alright, siege. Okay, I think it's safe to say we've taken care of this area.
Nothing like pirates on the bobby to whet your appetite.
Okay. Go ahead and grab our tanks. Oh, we actually do have some air units being attacking us, rather. Let's go ahead and siege, 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 siege. Okay. Move them in. Oh, hey, don't do that. Hey, stop it. What's wrong with you? Hey, stop! I said stop, dog! Bad dog! Unbelievable. Okay, so that's tier 3 weapons and armor for our mech units. Or our infantry, rather. Okay. Fuck them up. We got some mutas coming in. No problem. Our Marines can handle it. I think I'm losing frames? How is that possible? Remastered really is just a bunch of Chrome tabs. My game speed... No, my game speed got set to medium. How is that possible? Excuse me. I do not believe that is okay. Alright, we got that. I guess we can move up, Yeah, you. It doesn't sound good. You can't even make your way out of the base. Fucking idiots. We could use the carriers if we wanted to. I think it's hilarious that they have 90 health, or 90 shields rather. That's amazing. Alright, and let's just move it up. The AI is clearly not interested in defending itself to the same degree as they were in some of the other maps. Alright, let's just pull back out of the range of that siege tank. Now that we've stirred the hive a little bit. Okay. Don't. Well, whatever, man. Do your thing. Alright, come in here. We have Gurney to deal with this air threat. Alright, siege, please. Okay, well, we're losing a lot of tanks. We didn't ever build ghosts for lockdown, which would have been pretty useful if we had the micro to actually do it. But, you know, it really does not sound good, my dude. We'll just bring some of these tanks over here since we're clearly not getting attacked. We're not in any danger at all. We'll get some ghosts. Tank Marines with this guy. I think we should set up another barracks up here as well. I mean, our base layout is kind of cramped. Gurney seems fine. Let's go ahead and move in. They're down to just whatever whatever they can pump out in response to us now. So their defense force is quite limited in that regard. Pop this starport here. A couple of salvos from our tanks. Beautiful. Okay. Must be another barracks somewhere. No problemo. My dudes, we got this. Yeah, there is. It's up there. Okay. Why don't, my dude, you are a real Destiny fan. You need to get out more. So we've got these tanks. We've got the Kalmorians basically defeated. I don't know if we have to destroy everything they own, but at this point they don't own much. So... that's hilarious. I've never seen something quite that amazing in my life. Good positioning. Obvious evidence of testing. Well, Pronago, don't you understand? People only test with God mode on. So that's all that developers really should be expected of, honestly. Alright, looks like we have a single overlord with a vendetta against us. Okay, let's go ahead and just A-move with the rest of this stuff. Take some of these units and A-move up this ramp. We'll actually siege a couple of these guys as well. Just kill that, and then I don't know how many times we're going to be expected to... I don't know, man. How many missile turrets do they even own? Okay, send a guy up here to scout that out. Okay, cool. I think this is it. I didn't scout north of this position. Okay, cool. Amazing. Stop partying. It's not allowed. How much gas does this geyser have? Oh, quite a bit. We can go ahead and send some would-be workers over in this direction. Set up some stuff.
Executor, the time has come for us to end this psionic storm once and for all.
You. Bring the emitter scout to the Psi Cocoon and keep it there long enough to disrupt the Zerg Psi field. All heroes and emitter scout and the emitter scout must survive. Okay, well, now we're just going to transition to fighting the Zerg, it seems. Zerg here, of course. Go ahead and save. Grab these tanks. Grab these reinforcements. Move them down. Say it loud and proud, son. Looks like we are supply blocked, and I did not notice, so that's pretty amazing. How foolish of me. I'm watching this show on Netflix called Altered Carbon, and it's been pretty good so far. I'm only, I just finished the 5th episode. I just started it, too. So, you could say I'm binging it, and you may be correct. But, I just figured I would PSA it in case anybody's interested. Alright, so you, my friend, are going to set up a command center over in this direction. We're just going to keep supply depoting it up. I understand my units are dying horrible deaths right now. I don't know what's happening. Looks like they were attacking with some mutalisks. Okay, now we can go ahead and save again. We're establishing a forward base, sort of. We'll probably move some production, or I say move. I'm not going to move them, lift them off or anything. I'm just probably going to build new ones in the new area once I get some more units. Problem with this area is I'm sure they're bound to start defending with some air units, and we do not have any anti-air in the area. I'm going to leave a couple of these guys unsieged for the purposes of defending the tanks from Zerglings that are going to come in. Okay, it looks like we've done the trick. Let's move up a little bit more. Alright, let's siege again. Alright, that was quick. Okay. Beautiful. I think because I'm playing on Brood War, Dale Gurney automatically has the Karen booster upgrade. But what are you going to do? Okay, now it's your guys' turn to siege, and your guys' turn to unsiege. Alright, let's attack down in this direction. Okay. Don't do that, you idiot. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that the Psy Cocoon is in the middle of the map somewhere, like bottom middle. I'm just going to take out this hive and all the same. I figure it's better to destroy this stuff than to let it do whatever the hell it wants to do. Obviously, the less units they have to throw at us, the better. But this has been going pretty swimmingly, especially compared to the previous mission. Stop killing yourself. It will not be going swimmingly if you kill yourself. We'll go ahead and send him back anyways. We have enough anti-air, I think, between the ghosts for the mutas and the marines for, I guess, any guardians that would show up. Obviously, at this point, lockdown is completely useless. Well, what can you what do you expect from me? What are you doing? Go. Go away. Okay. So, siege. Huh. I'm very surprised that they aren't really actively defending themselves. I don't know what's going on with all that. Want to move up some stuff. Okay. Alright, move these guys up. They don't broodling either. Like, that must just be disabled or something. Neither the red AI nor the brown AI that I'm killing right now are broodlinging. I don't even know if the red AI has queens. I've only been seeing brown's queens doing much of anything. That looks like a red structure. I probably do not want to anger it right now. Although I think I'm in range to anger it if I have it. Yeah, I just tagged it, so I'm sure they'll be coming with an onslaught of every unit they own. As AIs in this campaign have been wont to do. Move the tanks over here. I'm pretty bad with tank control, as you guys can see. Like, trying to make sure that I'm controlling all of my tanks in a precise manner and sieging them up in the correct positions. Any number of, like, melee combatants, especially Ultralisks, would probably give me a run for my money at this point. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and save. I think we've mostly neutralized brown, as far as I'm aware. Let's move our anti-air down in this direction. Again, another situation that would be made way better if we had access to Goliaths, but we do not, unfortunately. Okay, why don't we come down here and get rid of these queens, lest they ensnare us. Fuck them up. Nice. Alright, let's scan up here. Oh, there's nothing. This is a perfect tank perch. Must have been designed for that particular reason. Now, these guys are 3-3 automatically. Didn't even get a chance to look at brown, so I have no idea. Where is Gurney? Okay. Alright. We can go ahead and save again. I'm saving pretty regularly in case something horrible happens to all my tanks. Although I'm sure I have a bunch of them back home, case in point.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay. Well, maybe you guys shouldn't be charging dick first into a spiky wall, as they say. I'm sure somebody somewhere has said that besides me. Because I didn't make that up in a vacuum. Come on, squeeze your ass in there, will you? Alright, this is hilarious. They have Mutalisks. They are not using them. Pretty incredible. We'll go ahead and set some tanks up down here on the bottom. This is beautiful. All the Zerg are getting horribly confused, finding it completely impossible to do anything. We have to bring the emitter to the emitter scout. I think that was our mission objectives. The emitter scout to the Psy Cocoon.
What the hell? Those colonies just keep coming back. It appears that the cocoon is
Cocoon.
silently regenerating the Zerg structures around it. We must somehow bring the emitter to the cocoon itself if we are to end this.
That tells me that maybe with all that happening... Oh, we don't have any supplies left. Well, let's move all of our tanks. I'm just going to move all of our reinforcements to this location. Clearly the AI is not attacking us anymore, if that wasn't obvious enough. Hopefully the... Well, I guess we could siege up here and just wipe out this stuff. Especially if that's going to happen. Okay. Alright, why don't you guys make your way over here. We'll just unsiege you. I don't think we need that anymore. Okay, and then we are going to grab our heroes, all of our carriers, and all of our carriers, or all of our scouts and such. And we're going to A-move them in that direction, so that we have them nearby. We're going to make a bunch of supply depots. Anywhere's fine, block yourselves off. Obviously resources at this point are not really important. Okay. And then we're just going to move our way over here. So we have found the Cocoon then. Yeah, it looks like the Zerg Psi Cocoon is indeed here. There's some purple stuff here as well, and brown stuff. And as you can see, they just immediately get restocked. So, where's the production? Production is sort of mismatched around. I think what we want to do... Well, actually, you guys can stay here and draw the fire. We'll move the scouts up in this direction as well and just have them on hold position. This is the emitter scout, so we'll keep them back. We can also keep Gurney up here, I guess. And I want these tanks to start fighting off some units in this direction. We can right-click on this guy, pull them towards the rest of our tanks, hopefully. Hopefully the rest of our tanks turn around and shoot this idiot, but if not, we might be able to... Yeah, we're able to one-tap him. I say one-tap, but obviously there's a lot more taps than that. Now, I don't know how far the reach of the... yeah, I don't know how far the reach of those units is. Okay, let's pull these units towards us. Okay, we're doing a horrible job of microing here. Stop it. Bad. Those just regenerate. Aren't you intelligent enough to decipher the plot of this campaign? Come on. Alright, siege up. We'll just wipe out all this stuff. Okay. We'll stay sieged for a second. I don't know if that's going to... Okay, there's no more units that are going to attack us. If we scan over here again, we're going to see more nonsense. So we'll just tap this Ultralisk again. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing I wanted to do, was get a science vessel. That's why I was building those supply depots. Because I want to make sure that I have ample... Okay. First of all, let's move all of our scouts over in this direction. You can move over here as well. Okay, you can move back. We have the carriers over here as well. They'll be on hold position. This air support can be over here in this direction. And then these tanks can just come over here and help us out. And we're just going to keep pushing up in this direction. I want to get rid of all of the supply so that it's as easy as possible to deal with this. Because I don't know what the objective is actually going to look like at the end of the day. So I don't want to really try anything. It would be smart of me to keep those... Oops. Yeah, it would be really intelligent of me to keep these scouts on a hotkey. But I have never been accused of being super intelligent. Fuck them up. Okay. So this will be our air support. They will be our air support. Okay. Beautiful. I'm pretty sure that one gets revived. Oops, we got back. Well, I don't know what we got. We got fucked, is what we got. Alright. Let's wipe that out. Holy shit! I'm amazed. Alright, just wipe this stuff out. We'll go come over here in case we need to defend. Gurney's doing fine. He's the only hero over here, so... Okay, so that's one less production structure to worry about. No, bad. They don't even get adrenal glands. That's really weird. Oh, sayonara. Alright. I'm sure we still have a billion other tanks that I had queued up over here, so... Yeah! Holy cow. I was not kidding. Okay. And then we have a couple of science vessels. We have a couple of other units that are just sort of miscellaneously hanging out over here. We'll move them down. Science vessels will just charge up their energy as time goes on. And that's fine by me. Okay. Come on, move up here. We'll clear out the rest of the static defense. And I think we're doing pretty well for ourselves. At this point, we don't need to do that goofy rally point stuff anymore. Kakun's still pretty close by. What can we do here? Because there's obviously a couple of structures over in this direction that I would like to deal with. Oops. Also, the more stuff we deal with over here, presumably the less stuff they will order up. Why don't we just set up these tanks over here just to kill off anything that's sort of or statically moving around. We'll take the tanks that we have in this direction, and we will move them over here to wipe out the remaining production. That seems like an intelligent idea. As we've seen, tanks can deal quite a bit of damage. Really? Okay. You guys are retired. Alright, just come in here and poke that a little bit. Wait, did the Sunken Colony miss? Or no, it must have hit the other tank then. Alright. Stop that from hatching. Alright, please kill the Sunken. Thanks. Fuck it up. Okay. Let's pull back here so that our units aren't getting kissed. Stop kissing me! I did not consent. Okay. We'll just keep fucking them up, making them rebuild overlords. I think most of the Blizzard scripts have farms timing, so they will prioritize building overlords more than a script without farms timing or with farms no timing would. And this, I think, is their final production structure, unless they've rebuilt any. No, they have a hatchery in the middle of there, but that shouldn't be too hard to deal with. Okay, beautiful. Cut that up. Okay, now we're going to deal with... Okay, let's get rid of these evolution chambers, I guess. Okay. 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 We've done it, I think. Now let's move these tanks up to this ledge. Well, we don't really need to do that. Let's just move the tanks over, and I guess we'll just siege them up here. And then we're going to take these tanks and move them down here and wipe out that hatchery that I happened to miss. There's also some other tech structures like the Spire and Queen's Nest. I mean, there's just a bunch of random shit here, but this being the final, seemingly. Is that going to be respawned? It is. So we'll just focus down the hatchery then. And then that'll be the last of their production. And then presumably, I mean, this seems like a really goofy gimmick, right? But I suppose we can take our carriers, which have all been killed? I told them the whole position. They must have flown into the idiot areas. Now, I don't know what this is going to look like, right? So, first of all, let's defensive matrix. Put these guys on 4. We'll move this stuff in. And we're going to be moving here. 20 seconds until critical mass. Okay, well, we definitely failed. Alright. So, yeah, we need to constantly be defensive matrixing. We also need to be absorbing with other scouts. So why don't we... It's 20 seconds. It's not that long. I think it's 20 game seconds as well. The problem is getting to the point where we actually have enough units in this area to do it. So why don't we defense matrix each other. Wow, the trigger went incredibly late. Okay, well... I don't even know what to say about this. How do you even do this? I guess you could constantly try and destroy the spore colonies as much as possible. But it obviously doesn't seem like a winning strategy. So why don't we unsiege these guys? Move in here and help with this, I suppose. Get this stuff over here. How did we not... Oh, we didn't quite finish off this Guardian, I suppose. Hey, don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're still fucked either way. Yeah, we're definitely fucked. So we can do it, right? What we need to do is, I think we can do it without all that fuckery. I think we can just take these scouts, move them in, along with this scout, have one of them defense matrix. Right? Defense matrix again. Okay, yeah, that seems to have been the trick. Well, there we go. We've done it. Sound was a little much, but I don't know. It's kind of cool. Shut up, Gurney.
Oh, come on, mate. That was in bad taste, and you know it.
Commander, Executor, the tides have turned. Already our strength is returning. The Zerg that are left here will present little threat to us now. We have succeeded.
What a mission. Well, just in the sake of separating everything for easy selection, I will be separating the video for the final, like, cutscene that's at the end of this, the epilogue. But that'll be uploaded at the same time, which you obviously know if you're watching this. So, but I'll give my final thoughts in that video. So you'll have to click onto that video in order to hear my final thoughts, my grand review of this campaign. Once again, check out Necron's updated versions. They seem to play much better and require higher APM than 74 probably. Otherwise, check out, the campaign listing for other projects of potentially higher quality than this one. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.